Well, when my children were young, and my boys are all in their 50s now, so I'm telling my age. But when they were young, to go to Grande Terre and walk around the fort and talk about what the history was there and what happened and who were the people there, and then to walk on the other parts of the island and harvest wild oysters, and eat them there, and you knew they were clean and they were healthy and you could just live off the land a little bit. It's just a special place, especially in the hearts of the people in this area. It was larger than Grand Isle at one time, but whatever forest they did have on there was removed for one reason or another. And then you've had so many storms that have come through there, and with subsidence and the rising water, the water levels, we're just looking at an island that was neglected for a long time. The restoration efforts that were made on Grand Isle were not made on Grande Terre for a long time because there was no one there. There was not a community. But thank goodness officials are seeing the real asset that it is and that it can be with some restoration work. What makes it special to me is the history that's there. On Grand Isle, we have community members, including my grandchildren, who are related in one way or another to the folks that helped first settle Grande Terre when the pirate Jean Lafitte had his stronghold there. And once that their little village was destroyed and Lafitte left the area after the Battle of New Orleans, a lot of the folks that sailed with Lafitte chose to settle in this area. And so they lost their homes on Grande Terre, but they settled on Grand Isle and on Cheniere Caminada. So our history here on the island is very personally connected with the history of Grande Terre. And aside from the history, it's also a great natural area. It's important to the migrating birds. It's important to any turtles that may be nesting over there, and the preservation of that island and the fact that it's been broken by nature into smaller sections. It's still important barrier islands to preserve the other barrier islands between here and New Orleans, and then it serves as a breakwater, so to speak, for more further inland, like the town of Jean Lafitte. It's important to preserve these barrier islands to offer protection to the inland areas. So I say keep on pumping that sand and laying those rocks.